Hi, I'm Keiko Green. I'm the playwright of WAD, which will be having its world premiere at American Live Theater this fall. I had the immense pleasure of being at New Harmony Project back in, I think, 2022, and actually being able to workshop and work on WAD last year as part of the new Playfest.
Hello, my name is Omer Salem. My pronouns are he, they. I was at New Harmony in 2023, and my play is called One Party Consent.
I'm Jayne Deely. When I was at New Harmony, I've actually been there twice. I was there in 2021, and then I got to go back in 2023. And my play is called Hireath, or When Pluto Was a Planet.
Hello, my name is Nicole Burton, and the title of my play is SaFronia's Daughter. And I was at New Harmony in the summer of 2024.
Hi, my name is JC Pankratz. I use they, them pronouns. I was at New Harmony in the summer of 2024, and my Playfest play is called This Is a Face.
OCO, the Dawa Doa, DeLanna Deanne, Carol Chun Studi Kwood, Chi Chalagi, Aya, Oklahoma. Hi everyone, my name is DeLanna Studi. I'm an enrolled citizen of the Cherokee Nation from Oklahoma, and I was at New Harmony, I believe in 2024, maybe 2023, and my play is called I is for Invisible.
The story of WAD is basically about this guy, Jim, who is on death row, and it's a relationship that develops between him and this teenage girl, niece, who is a true crime junkie, was kind of attracted to him online and chooses to reach out to him.
I would say it's a lot about the hierarchies that exist and the ways in which we try and push back against structures that don't make sense and don't serve the people that they're meant to serve.
I would call it like a millennial reunion play. Friends have returned to sort of the woods that they used to hang out in. They're now in their mid to late 30s. And it does not take long for all of the things that they have not dealt with from their childhood to sort of start popping up.
SaFronia's Daughter is set in Louisiana on the Rufus plantation, and it follows the second generation of descendants of SaFronia, who was brought over to America in an illegal slave ship in 1840. It's a magical realism piece. SaFronia's daughter and her children are direct descendants of Yoruba deities, so they all possess supernatural gifts that they're trying to keep discreet.
This Is a Face is about a couple, two people who have been married for a long time, and one of them comes to the other and asks them to make them a new face. And it's sort of an interesting, sort of like mythical, almost fairy tale journey about what it's like to ask this question, what it's like to try to answer it and try to make it happen.
It's about this one family dealing with the fact that one of their loved ones is missing, and it blends contemporary Indigenous storytelling with also other Indigenous, mostly Cherokee storytelling. So you come in and out of different planes of existence throughout the play.
The more important thing to me was to question if the system is working as intended, is that humane? And so that's kind of what the bigger question in this is, which makes it a little murkier and it makes it a lot grayer. And I think we're in a world right now where everybody wants to turn everything so black and white that any time that we can murky up and ask and leave people like wanting to talk to each other and ask questions, I think that's actually, we're kind of getting at what theater does best.
It offers at least three incredibly different perspectives on a conversation that, if you were listening to it, I think a person would naturally take one perspective. I'm attempting to write this play in a way that really values and honors all three of those perspectives in a way where you don't have a villain, you don't have a good person, and everyone can leave confused and befuddled.
I think nostalgia is probably one of the biggest themes of the play, and why we turn to it and what it does for us is having someone who knew you when you were 14 enough to sustain a relationship, or is there a time in which you let that go?
I'm excited about the play because it explores Yoruba culture and tradition. So in this play, we see rituals happening. We see a conjuring. We see someone bring someone back from nearly death. And also, I've never seen a play where individuals are direct descendants from Orishas. So these individual characters are demigods.
Part of it is about trying to manifest a change, like to sort of like alleviate your own suffering. This character looks like somebody who in their past like hurt them pretty badly, and they're trying to understand who they are. I think also they're just trying to make sense of what that means in the world, what it means to look at yourself and see yourself and know who that is and who you look like, and also to know this is who you are and who people see.
Don't get me wrong, it's a very traumatic subject matter, but it's also how our Native families have always managed to thrive and survive. There's a lot of humor in the story. To me, it's more of a family story of how we come together in crisis and how do we mourn, how do we find strength when we don't have it, and how sometimes you need another family member to remind you of who you are and how strong you are.
I think a lot of residencies are places that say that you can write, and then you get there and you're just in a hot little cabin and you can't do anything. But at New Harmony really was a beautiful experience, so enriching and so rewarding, and really is a place where you can actually write.
But when I was at the New Harmony Project, there was a lot of emphasis on rest and giving yourself grace and placing yourself in an atmosphere where you were at peace. And when I was there, I was at peace. And when I'm at peace, it allows me to hear my characters' voices better. So I learned there that when I'm rested and tranquil, I'm a better writer.
The other thing about New Harmony is if you needed to not do the work, if you needed to take a nap, you were allowed to take a nap. Just to be able to be was such a blessing.
But for me, it will always be about the people. And it's not just one. I mean, I think that there are a handful of really people that I consider really close friends that I met at New Harmony.
I met a bunch of playwrights from around the country that I had never met before, and they're people that I still talk to now.
There were people that I've met there that I just had over for dinner, like last week.
And like someone I met there was like not able to like take a commission, and so then they talked to the people, and then the people commissioned me, right? Like there just have been some great things that have come out of that in terms of just like so many different aspects of being a playwright.
I have met people there who I just feel like understand me both as an artist, but just also as a human, kind of removed from my art. There is an alchemy of like the groups of people that come together at New Harmony that I just find really special.
Every single time there's like a new group of people that are announced that are going, I feel connected to them, even though I'm not even there. And I think that's a really magical thing that New Harmony does.
I also I feel very lucky to have I think made some of my best friends at New Harmony, which is not hyperbole, which is actually true.